Hey, Huntington's disease, Todd here. First off, just let me say that I pulled over the side of the road. I am in my car, but I had this thought. I'm driving out to get some pine bark. We're going to do some work around the house today. But I was thinking about over the past couple of hours or whatever that people have been talking about, sometimes as a Huntington's person, why don't you just go and, take some time off and go travel? You got a little bit of money set aside. Some people do, some people don't. I have a little bit of money set aside. And, so the question is, why don't you go out and spend some time and take a vacation or go around the world or whatever those kind of things are. Obviously we couldn't go around the world. We could go around the state. But the point is, again, my brain doesn't think like that at all anymore. I've explored this a tiny bit, but the reality of it is when you have Huntington's disease, our desires have totally changed. I would say right now, my desire is to do as much as I can for my family while I still can. That's not, I've always wanted to do for my family, so I don't want it to sound like this is some new revelation. But now I feel like I'm more rushed, and the time is ticking, if you will. So I want to do things now that might improve their situation so that when I'm not around, it'll be better for them. So going on vacations, trips, those kinds of things. Now, we got a dog, so we could blame it on that. The dog holds us home or whatever. That's not the truth. The truth is I don't want to travel. My wife is halfway on the whole idea. Getting around the country anymore becomes more and more difficult. You start thinking about how you have to do it. Going around the world is really scary at some points. So the point is, you don't need to think about your loved ones in that regard. Also, people were talking about, does their husband want to go out to dinner when they get home and they feel guilty that they don't go out? I'll be honest with you, I don't think that's a priority for most of us anymore. I'm having a nice meal at home and I feel pretty good about that. Our brain just does not think the same as it used to. I used to be a big fan of cruises and buying cars and doing things, but none of that stuff appeals to me much anymore. And if it weren't for this YouTube channel, I probably would just sit home and not do much of anything else. I'm being driven now with this channel to try and say, hey, there is hope and there is life, and you can live a little different, a little better. The time that I'm in now is, I would say the beginning stages of whatever, but my brain has decreased so much, but my brain has not only decreased, it's changed. So, sometimes you need to dispel some of the ideas of how you think and start trying to understand how we think. I don't think about vacations. I don't think about traveling around the world. I don't think about going to restaurants most of the time. I think a lot now about this YouTube channel, but when I wasn't thinking about that, I really was just thinking about, what the plans were for the next day or getting around, just doing the things it takes to get through life. Don't stress about doing extra things or trying to push your loved ones. Your loved ones are telling you exactly how they feel. You got to listen. So I hope that's a good lesson. I've heard people that said to, even family members, I wish he had done this and he would have lived longer. That ain't true. Sometimes this disease takes us down in its own way and we don't have a whole lot of choice in it. The spouses of the loved ones don't overly judge you. And then the Huntington's patients, we don't have much choice in any of it. If your husband or spouse or wife or child is just content sitting on their chair and not taking showers and spilling food on their shirt, that's just okay. Please don't let it worry you too much. Hey, this is Huntington's disease, Todd, and I had this thought while I was driving. I got a little bit of a scenery behind me. Here where I live, we got gators and swamps. But listen, don't stress over trying to do too many extra things in life. Just try to live life the best you can with the situation that you're in. We appreciate just having somebody with us. I love having my wife home. I will say that is awesome. I'll never say that that's not cool. She retired and now she gets to spend as much time around home and around me as she wants. And she also has the flexibility to get away from me too. Okay, so that's it. Don't worry about your loved ones wanting to do too many things, because we don't want to do too many things. Huntington disease Todd. Come to my page and subscribe. Look around and see. Thanks.